Hello and welcome to another night video in night month, the month of June 2021. Right here, this is my, I say unboxing, it's more of a unbagging of another night, the Mechanicum night Magaera, or Magaera, however you want to pronounce that. I purchased this night with the Styrics for the £230. If you wanted to get them separately, I don't know why you would, unless you only wanted an additional one, then they're going to cost you £131 each. So by getting them together, you are saving £32 overall, which is fantastic, and I love that ForgeWorld do this. They don't have to do that, but they do. You pretty much get this big new ForgeWorld bag, 3 sprues from the night box, a bag with all of your resin pieces, and the most amazing instruction manual you'll ever feast your eyes on, other than the Warhound and Reaver manuals. These big bags are kind of useful, I guess, if you had any larger Titan parts that were spare. So let's have a look at these fantastic instruction guide first of all. I mean, these knights are old. You know, they came out, I think, like a year after the normal knights came out, like 2014 it's saying. So they've been around for 7 years, so cut them a bit of slack, guys. Yeah, you compare these to the Atrapos. The Atrapos Knight instruction guide is just fantastic. It's all CAD, it's colour, it's what you'd expect from like a £200 kit. The other Cerastus Knights, the Lancer, the Acheron and the Castigator, all have these instruction guides, by the way. So you've got some copy and paste instruction guides from the normal night box. Yep, there they are again. That's a little picture of one almost complete. That's some of the weapons. So you've got the lightning cannon barrel and the siege claw. You've got some photos there of them with the different head, and there it is, complete in an alright pose, I guess. So that's your instruction guide. You get a large oval base. These are the 3 plastic sprues. So right here, oh, nearly, you've got the feet, the legs, the front, the hips, some of the armour panelling for the legs, the banner, the front of the head, and the attachment for the point defence weapon. There's probably going to be parts on there that you won't use. There's even going to be more parts on here that you don't use. You've got another part of the body, the face plates, the rear of the body with the generator. Some weapons, you've got 3 weapons there. You've got the thermal cannon, the rapid fire battle cannon and the Reaper chainsword. And then you might not use many pieces on here. You've got the carapace, which you're definitely not going to use. You've got the shoulder pauldrons, you've got the sides of the body, the exhaust vents and the shoulder mounts, along with the top hatch, with some purity seals dotted about. Still an alright selection of sprues, but if we compare these to the newer ones, like the Canis Rex box set, then there we go. I mean, it is just a shame that ForgeWorld don't sell this upgrade kit separate, because I would advise you to buy like a normal knight for £70 or so from Element, and then if they did all of these extras for, I don't know, even £40, you know, that saves you a bit of money there. It saves you £20 if you're going to get them individually, and I'd much prefer they do that. They used to do it for their other kits, like their tanks, like the Predators and Rhinos and things. And they still do it for a few of the kits, like the Hoplite Peltasts and a couple of the tanks. You can buy upgrade kits to, you know, change the look of them completely. But yeah, I just wish that they'd have these completely separate. So this kit was checked on the 10th of May 2021. Wow. So I'm recording this video in May, by the way, so it's actually newer than the Styrics that I recently opened. These are all the resin pieces. You've got this carapace here, which looks, I think, exactly the same as the Styrics one. I think it's just a copy and paste one. If we look at that close up, you've got loads of detail there. These are flashed, perfectly acceptable. You just cut them out and give them a file. Looks like a good quality. I was impressed with the, give them a little rub. was impressed with the Styrics, the quality of that, those pieces, and the detail. I thought that you know, after 7 years or so, the moulds would be awful, or they hadn't replaced them, and it looks like they have. So impressed so far. You've got the armour panelling for the shins. They look to be the same as on the Styrics. A load of rivets and things. That's the one thing about these Mechanicum Knights, is there's lots of rivets all over the place. You've got the shoulder pauldrons, which look the same as the Styrics as well. Loads of rivets and detail, 3D detailing on the ridges, and I like how these are flared. They're not just one width, they're actually flared inwards at each layer. Lovely. You've got the shielding for the weapon, you know, for the lightning cannon. Speaking of which, here she is. So I think that just goes in somewhere maybe. I'm not sure on this. I think they might have given me the other so yeah, if you're unfamiliar with this, this actually goes in that way round, and then that slots into there. Okay, but yeah, strange looking weapon. It's ribbed again. Looks like a decent mould. You've got the head, which is iconic for this Magaera. The lighting's a bit odd, but you can see, look at all that 3D detailing, all the pipe work and the rivets and the vents. Yeah, it's amazing, just the head. That's a very nice high detailed piece, that. You've got part of the siege claw with these fingers. They look to be all the same. You've got some cabling, which I think belongs to the weaponry, the main gun. You've got the front groin armour plate, plenty of rivets there. You've got the rad cleanser and the other weapon, I've forgotten what it's called. It's not the graviton, because this looks like it's like a phase plasma fusil, I think. I need to look at the rules a little bit more. But then you've got the iron shield, or the flare shield, you know, in Mechanicum, and then that's part of the flamer as well, which goes into the claw. So they're all of the resin pieces. I'm going to put all of the pieces into a nice warm soapy water bath, like a bowl, and leave them for a few hours, and rinse them, scrub them, leave them to dry naturally, and then finally after a day of them drying, I guess, then they'll be ready to clean up. So cut off the gates and things, file them, plug in any air bubbles. I couldn't really see any in that small preview, and then give them a spray and get painting. So what do you guys think of the Knight Magaera? What do you think of both of the Knights, the Mechanicum Knights? Which is your favourite, and which is your favourite Knight overall so far in these videos? Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor protects.